Hi, this is Swan with Swan Amity Studios, and we're continuing to stitch out all of the decorative stitches on the B-77 Bernette. Today's video is going to start with stitch number 167. Let's stitch. As with some of our most recent videos, we're doing some less complex stitches that still have some great uses. And a lot of these less complex ones we feel like are really great ways to utilize some fun stitching, even on simple projects, whether you're just wanting to put something fun on the pocket of a blouse or something around the edge of the sleeve, perhaps on a little girl's dress. You have lots of options here, easy to play with. Let's stop this stitch there. And in looking at this one, I'm seeing, yes, another nice, neat, simple stitch. Move through machine very easily. All single lines of stitching, no backtrack stitching, and really lovely. I like how that one works. This one I would think about doing on the sleeve of a little girl's dress. I think that would be a perfect spot for it. It might also be really great on a bag. Let's mark that one down as number 167, starting to the left, and this is the default size. I actually really like that size. That is a great size to go on anything you'd like to look delicate. We're going to bring our presser foot down, remembering to center our test line, and we're going to move to stitch 168. Now this one I expect will also not be very complex, but will give us a little bit more detail to each side. Now you hear people talking about decorative stitches in use on bags, quilts, and then in a lot of things that they intend to be feminine. But not all decorative stitches really require that you think about them in terms of femininity. I generally look at a lot of the things that come out more geometric or have maybe a solid blocky element, and I think about ways to stick those in a variety of either little boys things or gender neutral items. Now I really like this one for a little boys project. And I don't know how many of you have seen outfits done for Western costuming for boys, but this one is really great for that. Look how neat that is. Just a little quick zigzag kind of satin stitch to each side, and I'm thinking about how nice that would look on a cuff, but also if you've seen some of the dressy outfits, maybe even doing something with faux chaps for a child, I think this is great. Let's go ahead and mark that one. This one is 168. It starts from the middle, and this is the default size. I think on a boys project I would think about doing that a little bigger. Let's go ahead and bring our presser foot down. We're going to stitch this video's last one with 169 today. And let's bring our needle in and stitch. While this one stitches out, I always like to mention that you can use these things for just about anything. When we get to our little stitch stacking video in our decorative stitching series, or if you want to go check that one out, it is an opportunity to really think about adding your stitches together. So if you're looking for something broader than your machine is capable of making, you can consider stacking your stitches in order to get all of those things really functioning together, giving you a broader or a wider line of stitching. Maybe you need that little excess element or added element, something that really makes something special. And that's what stitch stacking can do for you. So don't forget to check that out when it lands. Here we go. This is quite a clever stitch. Looks lovely. Very simple, fast stitch out, but I'm going to say that one definitely belongs in my collection. So let's mark that one, 169. Now, for those of you who know you're really going to love a stitch, you can always stick an asterisk next to that stitch and remind yourself that you really like it. Or if you're putting everything into a little binder with all of your stitch samples, you may want to stick an asterisk out to the corner edge on any of the samples that you know you particularly like, so you can go back to those things quite quickly. As always here at the studio, we are stitching happy, and we invite you to stay tuned for the remainder of the stitches on the B-77 Bernette.